Everybody, so the skill we're going to train on is tourniquet application. We're going to be using a CAT tourniquet, and CAT stands for Combat Application Tourniquet. It's made by North American Rescue. It's been around for a while. This is the Gen 7, so this one is just orange. There's black ones out there, blue ones, all kinds of things, but this is going to just be for my training model. So when we're applying a tourniquet, we want to put high and tight. So we use that acronym because we want it as high on the limb as possible and as tight as possible before we turn the windlass. So on my arm, I want it just below the deltoid notch, and on my leg, I want it right just below the inguinal fold where that thigh muscle is, so high and tight. So if you ever see a diagram, it should be high, tight on the arm, high and tight on the arm, high and tight on the legs. When applying our tourniquets high and tight, we want to get them in that nice deltoid fold. When I apply my tourniquet, I want it to be as tight as possible before I start turning the windlass. That's where the high and tight comes from. When we spin the windlass, it should be about one time, getting some tension. Second time, we should be really feeling that start to squeeze down on that vasculature and stop the bleeding. To secure the tourniquet, we're going to take the excess tail, put it inside this plastic retaining loop, taking the white time tag, securing down, and now my tourniquet will not become unsecure even if someone pulls on this little tab. How you can tell if it is a CAT tourniquet is it has this nice little white time tag to it. It'll say CAT all over it. CAT tourniquet, it is self-advertised. So CAT stands for Combat Application Tourniquet. Want them to go on high and tight. If we do not stop the bleeding with just one tourniquet, we can add a second tourniquet above that tourniquet. They should be kissing, so touching. You don't want any space between it. But if we put that tourniquet on tight to the skin before we start to turn the windlass, we should be able to clear that bleeding. So just to review, Combat Application Tourniquet. We can put them high and tight on the limbs, on the arms, only on the arms and legs. For tourniquets, we could have more than one. That's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free either send it to my email or just hit me up in the chat. Thanks, guys.